Hey there, audio aficionados, and welcome back to another deep dive into the world of sound. Today we're unraveling the enigma of a lesser-known yet incredibly impactful technique that can transform your productions. The art of crafting dynamic EQ curves to sculpt your mix precision. If you're looking to add a layer of finesse to your tracks, stay tuned, because this episode is packed with insights that will change the way you think about EQ. You might be wondering, what exactly are dynamic EQ curves? And why are they such a game changer? Imagine having the precise control of a surgical EQ, but with the added bonus of responsiveness to the dynamics of your track. It's like having an invisible hand constantly adjusting the knobs to ensure everything stays in balance, no matter how the music flows. This can be especially beneficial when dealing with complex arrangements or trying to carve out space for every element in your mix. First up, let's talk about the core principle behind using dynamic EQ curves: frequency-dependent dynamics. At its heart, dynamic EQ operates in a similar way to a multiband compressor, but with greater focus and flexibility. It's about targeting specific frequencies that need attention only when they cross a certain threshold, allowing other frequencies to remain untouched during quieter passages. This is particularly useful in maintaining the character of instruments, like drums or vocals, that can vary significantly in intensity throughout a track. Imagine you're working with a vocal track where certain harsh frequencies pop out only on the louder phrases, while remaining smooth and balanced on softer ones. Instead of using a static EQ to cut those frequencies across the entire performance, you can deploy a dynamic EQ. Set the frequency band to react only when those spikes occur, ensuring the vocal remains consistent and natural sounding throughout its range. It's about keeping your sound clean yet dynamic. Next, let's explore the second key point: the role of dynamic EQ in mastering. Often, when you're finalizing a track, you'll encounter problematic frequencies that aren't apparent until you push the mix to its limits. This is where a dynamic EQ becomes an invaluable part of your arsenal. By setting up bands that react to frequency buildups at louder passages, you can achieve a more polished and professional sound without sacrificing the energy or dynamic range of your track. For instance, say your track sounds perfect at a moderate volume, but when you crank it up to club levels, certain frequencies become overpowering. A dynamic EQ can tame these trouble spots automatically, preventing distortion and ensuring that your mix translates well across all playback systems. It's like having a safety net for your audio, ensuring no unpleasant surprises when your track reaches your audience's ears. Finally, let's dive into how dynamic EQ can enhance creative sound design. This technique isn't just a problem solver, it can also be a powerful creative tool. By using dynamic EQ creatively, you can add movement and interest to sound design elements, creating evolving textures that keep listeners engaged. Picture a lush pad sound that morphs subtly over time, or a bass line that adjusts its tone as it plays. Dynamic EQ doesn't just fix issues, it breathes life into your sounds. To harness this creatively, consider setting up a dynamic EQ with a sidechain input. This allows one element of your mix to trigger the EQ movements of another, creating an interwoven sonic tapestry. For example, let the kick drum influence the bass's EQ, ensuring they stay out of each other's way while enhancing the groove. This approach can turn a static mix into a dynamic living piece of audio artistry. So, there you have it. 3 compelling reasons to integrate dynamic EQ curves into your production toolkit. By mastering frequency-dependent dynamics, enhancing your mastering process, and adding creative flair to your sound design, dynamic EQ can elevate your work to new heights. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought: every mix tells a story, and dynamic EQ empowers you to craft that narrative with precision and emotion. Don't be afraid to experiment and push the boundaries of what's possible in your productions. I challenge you to take one of your current projects and explore the potential of dynamic EQ. Notice how it transforms your sound and share your experiences in the comments below. Keep experimenting, keep creating, and as always, happy producing.